So India has a new unicorn. Parity Pays is now valued at $900 million, almost a unicorn. That's after it raised $108 million from a clutch of investors. So let's talk about that and more with the co-founder of Parity Pays, Ashni Grover, who's joining us live right here on Startup Central. Ashni, thanks so much for giving us this interview. Congratulations. It's a big fundraise. You've just done a debt raise. Now you're going in for an equity raise. What's going on?
Yeah, thanks, Nayantara, and thanks for having me on the show. In terms of our business, we've been very clear that we want to build out a 5,000 crores loan book by March 23. And all that we are doing is now playing out that plan. And to build a 5,000 crore loan book, we would have needed at least 1,500 crores of equity and 3,500 crores of debt. So what this equity raise does is the first part of that equity. So we have raised 90 million primary, and there's a 18 million secondary component to the round as well. So the equity is in the books now, and we've also started raising debt. So we've already raised 35 million or roughly 250 crores of debt. And now going ahead, the plan is just to lend out this money to small merchants. And when we feel again to get back to the market.
Okay. Can I ask you one question? You've been valued at $900 million. You weren't tempted with that $1 billion figure?
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, it was the other way around. I had to actually say no to money so that I did not become a unicorn. Right? I think simple philosophy here is that don't enter a club where you are the smallest guy. So in becoming a unicorn at 1 billion valuation, you are actually setting yourself up as a target rather than setting yourself up for success. So the good point to enter that club to me is at a $2 to $3 billion valuation. And now the task is with me to sort of make sure that we grow to that valuation in the next 2 years.
Can you explain that a little more? What did you mean, target versus success? Why you said no to the money, and why you'll have more success by saying no to this money?
No, I think the philosophy there is pretty simple. Valuations cannot build businesses, right? Liquidity can. I would rather be at all points of time be liquid rather than be valued highly. Having said that, we have had a great run, and there's no denying it. We've been probably one of the fastest growing startups in India, if not the fastest growing. And we've got to the valuation we've got to in 2 years. But the realization is still there that we are a small company. We need to still act nimble. We still need to still act small. And sometimes when you get these tags, the perception within the company or the perception outside the company changes, and people start thinking of you as big. So I just wanted to avoid that trap where we ourselves start thinking of ourselves as a big company, and we stay true to the cause.
Okay. So what's the plan with the fundraise, the $108 million? You did raise debt recently, like you also spoke about, venture debt. You want to have a 5,000 crore rupee loan book. What's the plan?
Yeah, so the plan is that we would be doubling down on our existing business on lending, which is primarily on the unsecured line side. In addition, we will also be now going aggressive on distributor financing, which is a product which was in beta and we had launched earlier in January. And we also want to now expand the product proposition on the lending side to secured loans. So loan against gold, loan against property, and loan against vehicles is the next segment that we're going to launch on the app. So just doubling down on lending, which we continue to believe is the only true business to do in India. That's the simple plan.
You have any update on your bid for taking over PMC?
No updates. We actually made a final bid on the 1st of February, which was the due date. I think the ball is in now is in the court of RBI and the administrator at PMC. What I can just say is that we are super excited. If given an opportunity, not only will we be able to do justice to existing depositors, but I think it is a great opportunity for us to actually build India's first digital bank out. So we are super excited. This fundraise adds credibility to our bid, because now we actually have all the capital that we have committed, even for over the next 2 to 3 years in our bid, easily tied in. So one of the reasons to do a timely closure of the round was again to show our commitment to the PMC bid and show our seriousness to the bid. And hopefully sometime soon we'll hear back from RBI on where it goes.
So Ashni, tell me something. For whatever reason, supposing your bid is not a successful one, and you can't, and BharatPay can't take over PMC, what's plan B so that BharatPay can become a digital bank?
Yeah, I think the default plan is the plan in any case, right? I think PMC bid will put us in a different plane if it happens, but it doesn't change anything even if it does not happen. We will still hit our 5,000 crore target come what may in terms of lending, and we will continue to work with partner NBFCs and pursue our NBFC license in parallel as well. So nothing changes in terms of our existing plan. What it can definitely change is that it can give us an ability to build a truly digital bank. And that is the plan B, very frankly. So it happens, great. We're super excited. We are funded for it. Even if it doesn't happen, doesn't change things for us that much.
Can I ask you, Ashni, that a lot of your peers in industry are getting IPO ready? In fact, we were interviewing Rajan Anandan of Sequoia Capital yesterday, and he did say that one of the trends to watch out for 2021 is going to be the maturity in the ecosystem, the IPO era. It's the dawn of the IPO era. Any plans from BharatPay?
No, very frankly, no plans as of now. We're just 2 years old. Very thankful for the opportunity we have got, very thankful to the team and how they have delivered. The idea is to stay private because there's so much more to be built. IPOs seem super exciting from outside, but they also come on the other end with a mindset where you have to deliver on a quarterly basis. And my belief is disruptive businesses like us should have enough time as a private company where there is no quarterly delivery mindset and you're actually building for the long term. And I want to give the business that much time to build really good long-term products before we get into the rut of quarterly deliveries.
Okay, with that, we wish you all the very best. That's a co-founder at BharatPay, India's newest unicorn, said no to money, didn't want to become a unicorn too fast, believe that's not the right way for success. Ashni, always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks so much for joining us on this edition of Startup Central.
Thanks, Nandana.